Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Vox, and this is my review of Toy Story 4. I went to see it on Sunday June 23rd 2019, and this is my ticket. So I'm going to use this book to remind me of everything while I talk about everything. I didn't make a review straight after because there was issues with somebody having a bit of a tantrum. Not me, somebody older than me having a tantrum. So I was a bit upset, and last week I was kind of low energy, so I didn't get my review done then, so I'm doing it now, a week after. So Toy Story 4 is about Bonnie, and I related to Bonnie a lot because what seems to me is seeing that Bonnie is has selective mutism or autism, because she was really upset about going to school, and she made this little, in her room with the toys, she made this little town and she's playing in the town with the toys, and that's so cute, and it's kind of thing I do. And then she had to go for her preview day, taster day at the nursery preschool, and she was like chats away to her mum and dad, but as soon as she got to the school, she was like, which is totally what I did at school. So that's how I related to Bonnie, because she'll talk to her mum and dad but nobody else, and I thought it was really sweet. So this story is all mostly about Woody's psychology of Woody, through introducing the character of Forky. So Bonnie makes Forky in the class, because this little boy, he goes and takes all this, he's eating an apple, and he's takes the tray of the activity tray from the table, and he accidentally tips some of it in the trash because his apple falls off into the bin, and then Woody has sneaked into Bonnie's backpack to go to school with her, and he gets all these bits and pieces out of the bin and puts them on the table when she's not looking, and she turns around, there's all these pieces. So they're meant to be decorating they're meant to be decorating a cup for like their pens or something. And then so Bonnie sits down, she makes this character Forky out of pipe cleaners and fork and elastic bands and googly eyes and stuff, and then he's alive. And I thought then he's like, no, I'm trash, I'm made of trash, I must be trash. Tries to put himself in the bin. So the whole story is that Woody's trying to save Forky from thinking of himself as trash, and he knows that Forky's really important to Bonnie. And I thought there was parallels there with helping, like maybe somebody helping a friend who's on a self-destructive path, and is Woody's need to help this friend. So Woody's kind of depressed because when Bonnie picks out the toys from a closet to pick them all out to go and play with them, have this story about the shops and stuff, Woody keeps getting not picked. She wants Jessie to be the sheriff, so she takes Woody's sheriff's badge and gives it to Jessie, and she's playing with Jessie a lot more than Woody. so Woody doesn't get picked. So he's feeling a bit low. So the mum and dad of Bonnie, they're going, before she has to start preschool full time, they decide to take her on a little holiday before, and then so they all get in this camper van that they rented, and then Woody's constantly trying to get Forky to stay with him, and Forky ends up falling out of the camper van, so Woody jumps out the camper van and goes to find Forky on the road, and as Forky and Woody eventually find their way back to where the camper van's parked for the holiday, they come across the antique shop and they see the bedside lamp that Bo Peep was on. Oh yeah, the opening scene was him rescuing RC in the rain, so I thought the animation on that was amazing. So the character that I really liked was Dolly. I didn't notice how cool she was in the other movies, but she's so fun in this movie. She's really fun. It's like getting all the other toys in order and making sure they all do the right thing and stuff. She's really funny, and I really like Mr. Pricklepants with his accent. So yeah, the aliens didn't have as much to do in the movie this time. It was it focused a lot on Woody and Forky. And Buzz. I loved Buzz's storyline because Woody has these thoughts. He has thoughts about existence and really deep thoughts. And Buzz says, "Who's telling you that stuff?" And Woody says, "You know, your inner voice." And Buzz just can't understand this concept whatsoever. So he uses the buttons on his talking, because he's a talking doll. He uses his buttons and does whatever the phrase comes out of the buttons, and is that, and he follows that and says that's his inner voice. And I really loved his development in this movie. Now he got more confident. So I have Bonnie. I love I think the design's pretty cute. See, that's Dolly. I thought she was really funny and sassy and cool. And Bunny's parents are really sweet too. So they find that. So Woody finds out that Boo's a lost toy now, and she's at the fun fair. And he falls back in love with Bo, and he likes, and she's really cool now. She's really cool and feisty. I really like that about it. And these are funny. Billy Goat and Gruff and Woody thought they was boys, but they're girls. I thought Giggle McDimples was funnier than I expected to be. I thought she'd be like scary, or because from what I've read before the movie, I thought she was like a scary person that was like trying to make Bo do stuff, but she's not. She's just really fun, and she's basically Polly Pocket from Polly Pocket Compact. She's from the Pet Patrol Compact. She's really cool. So that was fun. Then Boo has the skunkmobile, because all the humans go, the skunk, because they don't want the smell of the skunk. So she rides in the skunkmobile what my favourite character in Toy Story 4 is Combat Carl, the snow version, hashtag Combat Carl, because like, and they don't high five him, and I thought he's really cute. I always, as soon as there's in any movie, as soon as there's an underdog or the oddball, that I always feel for them. They're always the character that I really get attached to. I hope they have. I hope they do release the action figure of Ice Attack Combat Carl, because I want to put him with Duke Kaboom toy, because I ship them. And unfortunately I didn't get to see the extra scene at the end, because apparently the scene at the end is he eventually gets high-fived from Duke Kaboom. I thought that sounds really sweet, but because somebody was having a tantrum, I didn't get to stay and see the end scene. But I can't wait to see when I do see that, because I totally would put Ice Combat Carl and Duke Kaboom in a ship together. They're really sweet. Of what that all the detail in the antique shop was brilliant. So the main villain of Toy Story 4, Gabby, thought she was pretty scary, and she has these dummy shop. She has the gang of dummies, the ventriloquist dummies, who look like Jimmy Carter. They were pretty scary. And then Gabby's big plan was a bit dark, pretty dark actually. A plan, when she saw Woody, a plan was to cut him open, steal his voice box. It's like them old, like the gangster movies where they cut somebody's kidney out. Like, whoa, and stick him in the ice bath. Like, whoa. So that's really dark. Because Gabby, when she was made at the factory, her voice box, she was a faulty toy basically, and she wasn't as lucky as Super Ted, who got Spotty the alien. So basically, Super Ted, that was, I don't know, maybe that was sort of your forerunner of Toy Story, because the alien brought Super Ted to life. Super Ted was amazing, yeah. Anyway, so Gabby's plan is to get the part from Woody's voice box, because Gabby's got a record of what she says, but it won't play in her voice box system. So she cuts open Woody, and he organ donation, gives her his voice box so Gabby can say phrases. And so, because the daughter of the owner of the antique shop, Gabby wants to be with that kid, so she needs the voice box to attract the kid over, so she can like, blah, 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 I'll be your friend. So the kid comes over, and so eventually she does get the voice box, but then the kid's like, and the kid's grand says, do you want that toy? And the kid goes, nah. So all this time Gabby's been wanting to go home with this kid, and she's been rejected. And then I felt sorry for her. But somebody behind her, they were just laughing at the doll, because that saved her right. But I felt sorry for her. And then the Woody and Forky, they get her and tell her that it's okay, they was going to take her to Bonnie, but on the way there, Gabby, she sees this lost kid crying, and so she just decides to go and help this lost kid with the help of encouragement from Beau and Woody. And then Gabby goes home with this kid that got lost at the fair, but then we see the kid reunite with the parents and take Gabby home. So that's her happy ending. And then the new characters, Ducky and Bunny. I thought it was really cool that there's like these attached by the end. They've got the new talking teddy bears out, but they separate and not, they aren't attached on their hands, so that's not quite accurate. But I thought they was pretty funny and pretty cool, and I liked. They reminded me of Louise a bit, Louise and Ant-Man, because they came up with stories about how they were going to do stuff, and we saw the visual of how they were going, of all their plans, so that was fun. And their plan was basically jump on the people. So that was funny. Then I loved Duke Kaboom. I loved when he did all these different positions on the motorbike, and he was a dump toy. He was dumped in the shop because the advert made him look way more impressive than his actual abilities. So when the kid, I love his kid Rajon, and that when his kid saw that he couldn't really do all the tricks that he showed on the advert, he didn't want the toy anymore. So and Duke Kaboom was like, "Oh, I need you, Rajon." He's like, "I'm rubbish." And he's like, I had no confidence whatsoever. So Beau and Woody said, "But your power is to crash." So they gave him the confidence because they had to do a big jump to get into this cabinet to rescue Borky. I love, there's all these positions. I thought it was fun, especially when he's got his legs open. I love that. And then we scrapped that over toy. And then we found out at the end that Woody looks at Beau and it's time to get back on the camper van because it's time to go back to Bonnie's home, and Woody's keeps looking at Beau and is like, oh, you know, Woody's leaving, and then Buzz says she'll be okay, you know, and Woody's like, yeah, Beau can handle herself, and Buzz says, no, Bonnie will be okay. Now you see that kind of interaction on lots of movies, but it's so powerful. It was a powerful impact, and I was sad that Woody was going, but I was proud of Buzz, because Buzz learned a lot in this movie. I was proud of him. So I thought it was a really fun movie, and I'm glad they made it. I thought it was definitely worth them continuing the franchise with this movie. Really enjoyed it. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Yay!